emotions. They're messy, mysterious, and sometimes downright inconvenient. Yet, they're also the driving force behind some of our greatest joys and deepest connections. Understanding emotions is like understanding a complex machine. Once you know how it works, you can handle it with greater confidence. So let's take a closer look at what's under the hood of our emotional engine. What are emotions really? Emotions are our body's response to the world around us. They're not random, they're signals. Think of them as your inner GPS. Sadness, it's urging you to reflect and seek comfort. Joy, it's telling you to savor the moment. Anger, it's screaming for boundaries or justice. Emotions evolve to help us navigate life's challenges, protect us from harm, and guide us toward what matters. But there's the kicker. Emotions are never singular. What seems like a simple anger might be masking hurt. What appears as envy could hide admiration. Emotions stack, overlap, and interact, a beautiful tangled web of complexity. When you feel an emotion, it doesn't just live in your head, it manifests throughout your entire body. Fear triggers our fight or flight response, making your heart race and palms sweat. Happiness releases endorphins, giving you that light, almost floaty feeling. Think of your body as a canvas and your emotions as the brush, painting your psychological state. And let's talk about the brain for the second. The limbic system, specifically the amygdala, your emotion command center. But it doesn't work alone. The prefrontal cortex, your rational brain, acts like the brakes, keeping emotions from taking over completely. A dance of signals happens here, shaping how you react in any given moment. It takes time for the signal to reach your command center, the prefrontal cortex, so counting to 10 seems the best advice sometimes. Many of us were taught to label emotions as good or bad. Joy, good. Anger, bad. Sadness, ooh, really bad. But emotions aren't moral judgments. They're information. That lump in your throat sadness after a breakup, it's a sign that you cared deeply. The frustration during a tough conversation, it's nudging you to find resolution or change. Labeling emotions as bad can make us suppress them, which only builds pressure until they erupt in ways we can't control. Instead, view emotions as neutral, as visitors that come to teach you something about your life and yourself. Why mindfulness matters. Emotions live on triggers. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Instant frustration. But what if you stepped back and asked, am I really mad at that driver, or am I stressed because of my deadline? Mindfulness helps us step out of our autopilot. It's the practice of giving ourselves permission to feel without being hijacked by the feeling. What's the ultimate purpose of all this emotional chaos? Connection to ourselves and to others. Empathy, that bridge between one human experience and another, is built on the foundation of understanding our own feelings first. Vulnerability, honesty, and even saying, I'm just off today, create authenticity that draws others closer. So, what do we do when emotions come knocking? Notice. The first step to understanding your emotions is to notice them. Tune into your body's signals, the tight chest, the lump in your throat, the warm flush of happiness. Name it. Give your emotion a name. Instead of saying I'm upset, try I'm frustrated because I feel unheard. Naming emotions gives you power over them. Accept without judgment. Don't rush to dismiss or fix the emotion. It's okay to feel what you feel. Avoid shaming yourself for being too emotional or too calm. Learn from it. Ask yourself, what is this emotion telling me? What need or value does it highlight? And the final step, let it flow. When we experience a strong emotion, the instinct can be to ignore it, distract ourselves, or push it away. But the only way out is through. Once you've acknowledged the emotion and named it, let yourself experience it fully, even if it hurts like hell. Sit with it, let it wash over you, and then release it. Emotions, even the tough ones, are not permanent. Avoidance only traps them in a never-ending loop, while experiencing them allows them to dissipate. When you give yourself permission to feel, you create space for healing and growth. Emotions aren't your enemies, they're your guides. Treat them with curiosity, embrace their lessons, and remember, you're always stronger than the storm they bring.